Our next honoree is the recipient of the Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy Award. This award recognizes service by an individual or group of young people between the ages of 5 and 17 who demonstrate outstanding commitment to the community through direct financial support, development of charitable programs, volunteering, and leadership in philanthropy. Kylie Frame is a recent Tamalpais High School graduate who has spent the past few years in her school's leadership program running community outreach events. When COVID-19 brought her senior year to a sudden halt, she started Feed The Frontlines Marin, and she raised nearly $70,000 to support local restaurants by purchasing meals and delivering them to frontline workers across Marin. Congratulations, Kylie!
Thank you.
Yay, yay. So tell me what inspired you to start Feed the Frontlines Marin, a little bit about how it works, and a little bit about what the response has been.
So aside from the struggling frontline workers who are putting themselves at risk to help us and keep us safe and keep us well fed, our friends over in New York City where things were really bad, they own a group of restaurants, the DiPietros, and they started Feed the Frontlines New York City. And the mom of that family used to play lacrosse with my mom, and on my mom and her mom's weekly Zooms, they would all be catching up, and I heard about Feed the Frontlines New York City. And a lot of the teammates started to begin their own local chapters of Feed the Frontlines. And when I heard what was going on, I decided to give it my best shot at starting one here in Marin. And so the response immediately was, I was overwhelmed. I like to tell people I set my initial fundraising goal to $2,000, and clearly that was exceeded. I think what stood out to me most was just how grateful the frontline workers were, especially the grocery store employees and the refuse employees. And we delivered meals to the people who work at San Quentin and the frontline workers who weren't necessarily shown in the media as much. And they were just so grateful to be thought of. And honestly, it made me realize how underappreciated they are in our day-to-day life.
Yeah, it's so true. I often say they're like the forgotten frontline heroes. And God bless our healthcare workers who put their lives on the line every day, absolutely. But there are so many others that do the work to just keep us all day-to-day living.
Exactly.
So it's extraordinary what you have done. It really is. And I'd like you to tell me a little bit about why you feel it's important for young people to get involved in philanthropy.
Yeah, I mean, aside from, I obviously believe that just giving back is an important part of life, but I've found, especially through this, how rewarding philanthropy can be, especially during a time when it can be hard to have a purpose. I found that when my senior year was cut short and my lacrosse season was canceled and my prom was canceled, my graduation was canceled, I was like, I felt like, what do I do when I wake up in the morning, get on my Zoom classes? It's hard to kind of find purpose. And so this can be something, philanthropy in general, but especially right now, helps you have a reason to get up in the morning and work hard and work towards a goal. But you also can develop lots of skills and meet really cool people. And I found that it doesn't really matter how old you are, as long as you have the guts to start or to join something. There are going to be people along the way that will help you continue it or to cross the finish line.
I'm just so impressed by you, young lady, and I'd like to ask you what's in your future in terms of higher education, and how are you going to continue how you would like to continue your philanthropic work?
Yeah, so I'm actually taking a gap year right now, and during this time, I'm continuing with Feed the Frontlines Marin, but I've also started an equitable tutoring program where local tutors and local students can be matched with each other regardless of their ability to pay. So I'm pulling on my Feed the Frontline skills to try and make that happen. As next year, I will be attending Vanderbilt University in Nashville, where I will study education and human and organizational development. And so I'm trying to kind of pull on my passion for working with kids and start this program, pull from my skills, pull from what I really care about, and put that together. And then next semester, before I go, I'm hoping to find an internship with a bigger nonprofit and learn more about what it's like to run a nonprofit on a large scale, as opposed to just myself and my hometown and working with a few local restaurants and stuff.
Well, you are really an extraordinary young lady. I'm really sorry and bummed out that there was no prom and no grad. For you. So congratulations on winning this award.
Thank you so much. Honestly, if I have to say anything, this award has been a bright light in a dark time when I didn't think things would get better. This changed my life more than any senior prom would have. So it's great.
Oh,
thank you so much.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I have a feeling there are going to be more awards in your future. So you need to invest in a trophy case at some point. It's what I'm saying.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Thanks, Kylie. Thank you so much for joining me for this conversation. And I'm really looking forward to hearing more about you and watching you in the future. I'm going to keep my eyes on you, young lady.
Well, hopefully I'll come find you at a Giants game.